You do see that Jay-Z was the latest person named in the Diddy lawsuit. And this story is like an onion. It's a lot of layers to peel back. And so I'm going to bring Lauren in here to do this because this is her first.
Because she called the sources?
This is her forte because she can contact anybody from the feds to Donald Trump.
There you go.
So I want her to come on in here. Come on in here, girl.
And I saw just trying to pronounce litigious this morning. Woo!
Well, I think I did a better job than you just did. What is it? Don't play with me.
Just, okay, so look, not even a laughing matter, right? So over the weekend, actually last night, Jay-Z was named in a lawsuit. This is a federal civil suit. This lawsuit is one that we actually talked about before. So y'all remember back in October when Tony Busby filed that big bunch of lawsuits against Diddy.
That's the one that set up the hotline.
Yes. Yeah. That was the start of all of that stuff, right around that time. So during that time when that was set up, there was a 13-year-old girl who said she came to New York when she was 13 to go to the VMAs. She didn't have a ticket. She was just excited to be here. She met a limousine driver who said he worked for Puff. And he was like, I can't get you into the VMAs, but if you come back here after, I can get you to an after party.
Now, 13-year-old was with no parents, just by themselves?
She came by herself. She came by herself. So she was dropped off by a friend. Now, that girl in that lawsuit originally back in October said she went to a party. It was a Puff party, allegedly. When she got there, she had some drinks. She started feeling a little crazy. And then she went to a room to lay down and take a little, a little minute away from the people. When she woke up, Puff and two other celebrities, celebrity A and B, were in the room. And she was raped, allegedly, in that room. She called her dad to come get her when she was able to get away from the party, who didn't know she was there, and then it caused her mental distress to this day. So that's why she was filing civil suit. So over the weekend, celebrity A was named as Jay-Z. So now that has shattered. Imagine, because I think for a while people have been trying to place other celebrities in this and figure out who the other names are, and this is one of the biggest names outside of Diddy that we've seen named in all of this stuff. So now the civil suit still remains as is. The claims are still the same. The only difference is that she's saying that Puff was one of the people allegedly that raped her in that room, but that Jay-Z also participated, and that there was another celebrity who was a female, celebrity B, who watched. And she said that the woman is accusing Jay-Z and Puff of taking turns. Now, all of this happened, right? This all dropped. People were like, well, what the heck is going on? You guys remember when all this started dropping around Puff, it was statements from his attorneys trying to defend him. Yeah. Now with Jay-Z released a statement, I would say almost immediately once this happened. And his statement was very different. I made sure all of y'all had the statement. Yes. Yeah, and I think a lot of people responded so much to this. Of course, this caused a big back and forth, putting out volunteered their own opinion of what do they believe. Is Jay-Z a part of this whole thing that people are beginning to believe that Puff is a part of, or is he not?
But basically his response is don't try me, try somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not the one.
And then what he said about these lawyers who have these types of theatrics, they have a pattern of doing cases like this, and everybody's case sound the same. It's
that's right.
They'll call you
underage girl, they was drugged, raped. Yes.
Yeah. Diddy's team sent a statement over to us, and they basically said this amended complaint in the extortion lawsuit that Mr. Busby exposes, because Jay-Z went on and filed an extortion suit against Busby. They're basically show y'all what we've been saying. This is all just a publicity stunt. These are people chasing dollars.
Well, good for Hov. I'm glad Jay-Z responded just like that, because this has been going on for too long. It is a grift. These accusers go to these lawyers with all these salacious claims. The lawyer will put more sauce on the salacious claims. They reach out to your team and say, if you don't settle with us, we're going to go public with these claims. They'll tell you that they're going to hold a press conference. We're going to do interviews. And a lot of people settle because they don't want the bad press.
Where they don't have the money to
It happens all the time. And like you said,
the problem is it's very expensive, right? When you get these civil suits, it's very expensive. And like Charlamagne said, you'll go to the press. They'll make these press conferences, and what they want to do is they want to make sure that you lose money. They want to make sure that you lose endorsements, lose sponsorships, lose everything until you get to the point where you be like, you know what, let me just pay them off and get away from them. But Jay got enough to say, look, I'm going to fight this all the way. Now, Busby, he responded, right?
I was about to say he did. So he responded two ways. So he posted on Instagram. He posted a photo of Attorney Busby when he was a platoon commander.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Jay-Z had referenced that in the response that we read, basically saying, you're supposed to be this noble man, but what are you doing? You shaking down people for money? It's all a money grab. But he also responded with a statement that he posted online, and he said that Jay-Z had allegedly denied being the one that sued Tony Busby and his firm before, that he filed the case in a way that it can't be picked up. The word is here, but I'm not going to try and read it. He also says that Jay-Z failed to mention that his law firm sent them a demand letter, And in that demand letter, they never asked for a penny. They just asked for mediation. Now, I will say I did reach out to Attorney Busby's office to clarify what would the mediation be about, because normally when you mediate, you want to come to an agreement. An agreement is normally money.
Who are you playing with?
Right?
What you mean?
They're not coming for Beyonce tickets. I can
Exactly.
assure you
We
that.
want a record deal with Rock
Right.
Nation. What are you talking about?
I can assure you that.
And then also, this one was important, was that Busby said because he's alleging that Jay-Z's team and Jay-Z had private investigators and a bunch of people reaching out to former employees of the firm, their families, including the plaintiff's family and Busby's family and different people around them, basically to like show his power and scare them, allegedly, right? And he's saying because of this, Jane Doe said, you know what, name him in the lawsuit. And that's why they went back and amended this suit. Because again, this suit is not a new suit. They just updated and put Jay-Z's name in. And Busby is saying, I did that not because he want to shake you down, but because you tried to scare my client. So she wants to come out swinging too. She's not backing down. Yeah, so it's like a whole thing right now.
So what did they ever respond about what they wanted mediation for? By the way, when
I did not get a response
when
to
they
that.
ask for mediation, they're asking for money.
That's what.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I've
Trying to
never
get to a
heard of
conclusion of
mediation
money.
where you don't come to an agreement about money or assets or something.
The sad thing to let everybody know is you can sue anybody for anything. And that's the sad part, because whether it's a real lawsuit or something that you're just shooting to see if you can get some money, you can sue anybody for anything. But the sad thing about it is if the person loses their suing, nothing happens.
Yep.
They
And
just
then
go
it's
away.
still a stain.
And most people that sue are using an attorney that's doing it for free. So you have nothing to lose.
I always felt like the people, if it comes out that somebody's lying, you know what I'm saying? Like, why won't they go to jail? Why can't they go to jail?
Or at least
Like,
pay the
if
lawyer
they-
fees.
Yeah. You know
Well, a
what I
lot
mean?
of times they do try and they try, like the person that they accused will try and at least get lawyer fees, but like you said, at that point a lot of people don't have the
Most
money.
people ain't got the money.
Yeah, they don't have the money, so it's like
Time to
and
change the
yeah,
law,
we
man.
don't know what is true here and what's not. We just are watching it play out like everybody else.
course.
But I think, like I said, for me, I was going to ask y'all what y'all predictions is. For me, if Jay-Z is successful at what he's doing right now, it's going to set a principle for a lot of these type of cases, because you walk away
But
with
that happens all the time, though. I mean, the people don't realize that, because what you hear is this, right? You hear the initial accusation,
Quote, unquote,
but
attack,
you don't
yeah.
ever see when the case gets dropped.
Lizzo,
Yeah.
didn't it just
Yeah.
happen?
I mean,
Lizzo's
yeah.
case just get dropped.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything about
You
that.
don't see when the case actually gets dismissed, because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, all of this stuff is a grift. It's complete foolishness. They do this all the time. They'll have your lawyer reach out to your team, and they'll tell your
Press
team,
conference.
we're going to do a press
Reach
conference.
out to the news.
We're going to have interviews. You know, if you don't settle with us.
Yep.
And then
See it all the time.
and if you most people settle. You'll be surprised how many people do settle.
Yeah, just so they don't have to go through all of
They just
Public
want the
scrutiny.
bad press, because
Yeah,
they know
scrutiny.
they know the court of public opinion makes everybody guilty, so it makes a lot of folks settle. And Hov said, "Kiss my ass, I'm not settling," and I don't blame him.
Yeah.